Hello everyone, good to have you here. So this video is going to be more of a conversation with you instead of a how-to tutorial. And what I wanted to talk to you a little bit about today is the idea of editing and mixing with the story of a sound in mind. Now, of course, the most important story that you need to focus on is that of the project. But I also think it's very important that you consider your sound design as having a beginning, a middle, and an end. Have a look at this edit and try to figure out for yourself what is the main problem with it. And now you're probably thinking, okay, cool, so we've got some ambience layers happening right there, but maybe you could spice that up with some traffic noise and maybe some people walking by. And also your character lacks a little bit of movement. So maybe if you recorded some cloth, that would do the trick? Yes, exactly, you're absolutely right. But those are not necessarily the most alarming issues with the edit. Have a closer look and listen carefully to the very beginning of the video. So the issue there is that we only hear the character whenever he enters the picture. But that's not really the case because he's not just magically appearing there. In this case, he's coming from the left. So it's always good that you record and edit the footsteps right before the character enters the frame to give the realism that the character is coming from somewhere. But not only that, pay attention to panning as well. So if the character is coming from the left, when you're mixing, pan the footsteps from the left to the center. It also automates the volume to give the impression that the character is further behind and then approximating the camera. And then when he walks past the camera, fade the volume as well. So now have a listen at the following examples. The first one is only with the addition of the new footsteps, and the last is with the addition of panning and volume automation as well. So as you can see, everything sounds much cleaner and more realistic as well. And while these little details might not seem like a big deal, they are, because they improve your attention to detail. And that's pretty much what I wanted to cover in this video. I didn't want to make a how-to tutorial because all of this can be very subjective. It's not a rule of how you should approach it, it's just an idea that you could apply in your next project. And I've got a much better example to demonstrate, but I don't want to use copyrighted footage, so I'm just gonna put the link in the description. That's from a scene from the second Sherlock Holmes movie with Robert Downey Jr. There's this moment where the villains launch a huge cannonball through the forest, and when the cannonball is all the way back, you hear the echoes and the reverberation and the low end of that ball approximating the characters. So whenever it approximates and cuts through the trees, you start hearing the high frequencies get into play. So it goes something like this. Something like this. I'm just trying to copy the sounds. But anyways, it's a really cool scene and check that out. It will probably make more sense than what I'm just trying to say here. But anyways, that's pretty much what I wanted to say in this video. I wanted to make it as simple as possible, and that was the best example that I could think of, and I hope that you took something out of it. But anyways, that's pretty much it for me. Thank you for watching, and as always, I wish you have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya!